Hello students, let us continue the session on ratio and proportion. In the previous session, we have discussed the definition part of ratio. We have discussed proportion and also we have learned unitary method. The main concept in ratio, the ratio is nothing but the comparison by division, and we have learned that ratio is between two quantities of the same unit. Proportion is when two ratios are equal. If A is to B and C is to D, they are equal. We say that they are in proportion. We write in this format: A is to B is as C is to D. Unitary method. In this method, we have learned that we will be finding the quantity for one unit and then calculate for complete units. With this basic information, we shall take up exercise questions, and let's begin exercise 12.1. Question 1. There are 20 girls and 15 boys in a class. There are two sub-questions. The first sub-question is, what is the ratio of number of girls to the number of boys? The second sub-question is, what is the ratio of the number of girls to the total number of students in a class? Here, the number of girls given is 20. Let me mention that number of girls is 20. The number of boys is 15. Therefore, the total number of students will be the sum 20 plus 15, which is 35. Now, related to the first one, the required ratio is the number of girls to the number of boys. We can further simplify this by dividing by 5. If you divide by 5, we get it as 4 is to 3 or 4 by 3. For the second sub question, we need to find the ratio of number of girls to the total number of students in the class. So the ratio here is the number of girls to the total number of students. We can divide both numerator and the denominator by 5 to get equivalent ratio, which is 4 is to 7. This will be the required ratio. Now let us take the second question. Out of 30 students in a class, 6 like football, 12 like cricket, remaining like tennis. Find the ratio of number of students liking football to the number of students liking tennis. The second sub question is, find the ratio of the number of students liking cricket to the total number of students. Here, the total number of students in the class is 30. So let me mention that given thing, number of students is 30. Number of students liking football is 6. Number of students liking cricket is 12, and they have given remaining number of students they like 10 is, so we can find out the remaining by subtracting. So the number of students liking tennis will be total minus the sum of the students liking football and the cricket, and this will be 18. When 18 is subtracted from 30, we get it as 12. Now we shall take up the ratio. In the first, it's the ratio of the number of students liking football, which is 6, by the number of students liking tennis, which is 12. On simplification, we get the ratio as 1:2 since both numerator and denominator are divisible by 6. Second, we need to find the ratio of the number of students liking cricket, that's 12, by the total number of students, which is 30. We can divide both numerator and denominator by 6. We get 2:5. Look at the third question here. See the figure and find the ratio of first sub-question, the number of triangles to the number of circles inside the rectangle, number of squares to all the figures inside the rectangle, number of circles to the number of all the figures inside the rectangle. Here, let us take the first one. We know that the number of triangles here is 3. So 3 triangles are there. Number of circles is 2. So the ratio is 3:2. For the second, it's the ratio of number of squares to number of all the figures. Number of squares, how many squares are there? There are 2 squares divided by how many figures are there? 1, 2, these are 3 number triangles. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 7. 7 are there. So the ratio is 2:7. For the third, it's the ratio of the number of circles, which are 2 upon the total number of figures, which is 7. So 2:7. This is how we can find the ratios. Question number 4. Distances traveled by Hamid and Akhtar in an hour are 9 km and 12 km. Find the ratio of speed of Hamid to speed of Akhtar. Here they have given the distance traveled by both the persons. First, the distance traveled by Hamid is 9 km, and they have given the distance traveled by Akhtar is 12 km. We need to find the speed. We all know that distance upon time taken is the speed. Here, the speed of Hamid is 9 km divided by 1 hour, which is 9 km per hour, and the speed of Akhtar is 12 km per hour. Now we need to find the ratio of their speeds. So the required ratio is We need to consider the speed of Hamid. Speed of Hamid divided by the speed of Akhtar. Here it is 9 divided by 12. We can further simplify by dividing by 3. 3 is to 4 is the required ratio. Question number 5. We need to fill the blank and we need to check whether they are equivalent ratios. First, let me consider a part of it, that is 15 by 18 equal to this missing number divided by 6. I have taken a part of it. Using this, I can find this missing one. This will be equal to 6 times of 15 divided by 18. What I have done is I have cross multiplied this. On cross multiplication, we do get this. Now, if you observe, 6 3 times is 18, 3 5 times is 15. We get this first missing one as 5. Now, let me take this along with the next one, that is 5 by 6 equal to 10 by missing box. Now once again let us do cross multiplication. This is how we cross multiply. We get this missing one as 10 times of 6 divided by 5. 5 2 times is 10 and we get this missing box as 12. Now let me consider 10 upon 12 equal to a missing number divided by 30. If you do cross multiplication, we get this missing number as 10 times 30 divided by 12. We can simplify this further. 2 5 times, 2 6 times, 3 10 times, 3 2 times, 2 5 times, we get it as 25. Now the fractions are 15 by 18 is equal to 5 by 6, which is equal to 10 by 12, which is equal to 25 by 30. If you observe, this 15 by 18 is same as 5 by 6. 15 by 18 we can divide by 3 by 3, we get it as 5 by 6. How about 10 by 12? If I divide this by 2 by 2, I get 5 by 6. How about 25 by 30? What if I divide by 5 by 5? I get 5 by 6 only. So all the fractions are equal to 5 by 6. So we can say that these are equivalent. So all these fractions are equivalent fractions. Question number 6. Find the ratio of the following. Main thing you must note is they should have the same unit. If the units are not given, it's straight away we can find the ratio. If the units are given, we have to see that the units are the same. In the first one, the ratio will be 81 upon 108. This 81 and 108, they both are divisible by 27. 27 3 times is 81. 27 4 times is 108. So we get the ratio as 3:4. Second one, the ratio is 98 by 63. These two numbers, they are divisible by 7. 63 when you divide by 7, we get it as 9. 98 when you divide by 7, we get it as 14. So the ratio is 14:9. In the third, we have the required ratio 33 upon 121. These two numbers, they are divisible by 11. On dividing, we get 3 by 11. So the ratio is 3:11. The fourth one is 30 minutes to 45 minutes. The ratio is 30 by 45. These two numbers are divisible by 15. If you divide, we get 2 by 3. So the required ratio is 2:3. Let's solve one more question. As I had mentioned you that the units are to be same. Here, when you observe 30 minutes to 1.5 hours, they are having the different unit. So we have to make that as a same unit. Here, to find the ratio, first thing what I do is I'll convert this hours in terms of minutes. So we know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 1.5 hour will be equal to 60 times of 1.5 minutes. We get it as 90 minutes. Therefore, the required ratio is 30 upon 90. These two numbers are divisible by 30. We get it as 1:3. I have solved the first one. Now a small homework for you. You will be solving this B, C and D and you will check the answer. You must get the answer for this as 4:15. For this, you will get 11:20. For this, you'll get 1:4. With this question, I'll end today's session. Thank you.